I don't want to talk about poetry.
Collaborate, elaborate, yeah.
So right now I am having so much trouble because the thing is, I am not friends with poetry. Poetry and I don't get along. I don't know what it is. I don't like poetry. I have a problem with it. Well, I don't really have a problem with it at all. I just can't read it. I can't make myself concentrate on it long enough to even understand what it's saying. There's lots of times I read poems and they're like, oh yeah, that's a good poem. Cool. But I don't really think about it any more than that. My mind just does not go deeper into it because I don't want to analyze the crap out of something. It's just not who I am, not what I do. Well, no, actually I analyze the crap out of everything, but I just don't like analyzing the crap out of writing, I suppose. But I don't know what it is. But when I read poems, a lot of the time, I'll read it, and then it'll be like, I'll realize halfway through that I was thinking about something else the entire time, and I don't even know what the poem's talking about. Or sometimes I read the poem, and then I'm just like, I have no idea what that was saying. It's just kind of just a bunch of words, and I don't really understand. So, yeah, I'm having lots of trouble. I do have a poem that I will share with you, though. It's called In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks so bravely singing fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below, we are the dead, short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunsets glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrels with the foe, to you from falling hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. If you notice, I pretty much know it by memory, except for that last part. I just didn't want to screw it up. And that's only because we, or at least in this area of Canada, we read that poem all the time near Remembrance Day. I actually had to memorize it in like grade 4 or 5, and my entire class and in front of the whole school. And that's why I know it. So it's not like it's my favorite poem, it's just a poem that I actually know. Because other than that, I don't really have any poems that I could even tell you. I couldn't even name a poem off the top of my head other than that one, to be honest. So I was kind of not wanting to do it, but I did it anyway just because I felt that I should share a poem with you. But it's kind of the same thing as like Terry Fox. Growing up, I thought everyone knew about Terry Fox, knew who he was and everything. He's a Canadian hero, and every year, September time, you hear a lot about him, obviously, Terry Fox Run and all of that. But I guess there's a lot of people, they've never heard of him, so yeah. That's cool, I suppose. So maybe you haven't heard the poem and it's not just a repeat of something that you hear every year. But anyway, moving on. I actually do have a poem that I will share with you that I wrote. I wrote it in grade 11. And yeah, it was for school. But it was a poem that I wrote, so I felt that I needed to share it because I actually knew where it was. And yes. The thing is, it doesn't have a name, but I'll read it to you anyway, I suppose. People on the street, so small, moving fast, lost in their own world of work and responsibilities. They do not look outside the bubble, never realizing how neglectful they've become, neglecting the earth, their families, themselves. Children walk slower, taking in their surroundings, enjoying the simple pleasures. Soon they'll be corrupted by society, having their own bubbles to be trapped inside. I long for the bubbles to be broken, people to smile at each other on the street. Searching the street, I wait for someone to notice. A bubble to break, a person to care. Leaning forward, I begin to fall. People stop as I meet the ground. Finally, bubbles are broken, but it's only temporary. That's my poem, and I will see you guys next Monday. And we might see Katie tomorrow, because she's been uploading on Tuesday sometimes, and if not, we will see Bilby on Wednesday, and I'm sure he will have a lot more to say about poetry than I did. So, anyway, I'll see you guys next week.